Euthanasia is like playing God, having the ability to determine life or death. Euthanasia is the act of killing someone painlessly. The word that sticks out to me most in this sentence is killing, the same word also used as murder, homicide, execution, and suicide. Euthanasia comes from a Greek word meaning good death. Perhaps the real meaning of euthanasia should be assisted suicide. According to James Torr, he stated, formerly called mercy killing, euthanasia means intentionally making someone die, rather than allowing that person to die naturally. Put bluntly, euthanasia means killing in the name of compassion. This is why euthanasia should be illegal and remain illegal. So why is there a need to make euthanasia illegal and remain illegal? Well, there are many reasons for opposing euthanasia. Euthanasia is an act used mostly on terminally ill people. The problem today is defining the word terminal. Some people think terminal means death will happen within months or less, and others think it is a disease that curtails life even for a day. Even where a specific life expectancy is referred to, medical experts acknowledge that it is virtually impossible to predict the life expectancy of a particular patient. Some people diagnosed as terminally ill don't die for years, if at all, from the diagnosed condition. Some patients who are expected to die within days surprise everyone with their extraordinary or miraculous recoveries. To make euthanasia a legal option as soon as a diagnosis is made is pessimistic enough to reduce the probability of such extraordinary recoveries from few to none. According to one source, euthanasia activists have dropped references to terminal illness, replacing them with such phrases as hopelessly ill, desperately ill, hopeless condition, and meaningless life. An article journal in Suicide and Life-Threatening Behavior described the assisted suicide guidelines for those with a hopeless condition. Hopeless condition was defined to include terminal illness, severe physical or psychological pain, physical or mental debilitation, or a quality of life that is no longer acceptable to the individual. That means just about anybody who has a suicidal impulse. If euthanasia becomes legal, how do we ensure that a patient's stated desire for death isn't based upon depression rather than actual physical pain they are suffering? Most individuals who have thoughts of ending their life change their mind over a period of time. But would euthanasia kill them before they decide they want to live? People say that whether one wants to die should be of consent of the patient. What about terminally ill patients who are senile or have mental retardation? Can we be assured that they make an informed choice whether they want assisted suicide? And what if the patient really doesn't want to die? What if he or she is just feeling emotional or psychological pressures that could become overwhelming and overpowering for these patients who are depressed or dependent? If the choice of euthanasia is considered as good of a decision as to receive care, many people will feel guilty for not choosing death. According to an article against euthanasia, it stated financial considerations added to the concern about being a burden could serve as powerful forces that would lead a person to choose euthanasia or assisted suicide. This brings me to my next point. An argument for euthanasia is that its cost to keep the terminally ill alive is a lot financially. Are we saying that money is more important than a human life? And to answer this question, is the money that is saved by assisted suicide, would that go towards a more useful treatment? This is something I believe would be a good thing, but now are we saying that one life is better than another? People who support euthanasia also say that euthanasia relieves a terminally ill patient from suffering and pain. With today's technology and medicine, we can end their suffering and make that pain go away. As the medicine and technology increase, there is hope that we can find cures and advanced treatments to help terminally ill patients recover. Euthanasia is a way to go around the problem instead of trying to solve the problem itself. They feel euthanasia is the only way out, but it's not. Euthanasia is giving up on themselves and telling them that they can't do it anymore. If only people would realize that new technology is developing more and more, and if patients would hang on, they might find a cure for their illness. Overall, euthanasia is immoral and despicable. Euthanasia is a rejection of the importance and value of human life. Put yourself in that situation. If you had a loved one who was terminally ill, would you be able to pull the plug? But in the back of your mind, you know there is a chance for cure or full recovery. There's always that chance. In an online article, Arguments Against Euthanasia, it quoted, "Pro-euthanasianists make it sound as though the superhuman efforts made to keep people alive are not worthy of human beings. What could be more respectful of human life than to maintain life against all odds and against all hope? Don't give up on your life or the life of someone else. Sign a petition against euthanasia at www.epcc.ca."